Now, the Thesaurus.com defines teammate as colleague, partner, and ally. Or if you ask a League of Legends player, they'll define as
worthless, brain-dead scum bastard.
maybe not like that, but when it comes to random teammates on Hunt Showdown, I think it is kind of like a roulette. Welcome to my guide on random partner, and I have here with me the random teammate roulette. So let's start by looking at the first slot, a regular teammate. Now these are the run-of-the-mill regular teammate that are kind of like a low ball of this roulette. They usually have a mic and can coordinate well.
You want to eat that, don't you?
And they help you along the way, like sharing a hidden treasure while accidentally turning on a record player, scaring himself to set off every single sound trap on his way. And you know, after all, Hunt is a co-op game, so you need these teammates to get the best co-op experience, like getting spooked by friendly traps. And besides, you know, sometimes some random weirdo falls from the sky and kills you, which you couldn't really do anything about it. But you can just relax and know that your teammates will come in and save the day. Why is he on fire? But most of the time they got your back. Like I'm getting shot all of a sudden and I'm trapped. But thankfully my teammate is here. Like imagine if I was playing solo on this situation, I'll be so scared. But now, instead of being trapped and hopeless alone, I get to be trapped and hopeless with my teammate together. And that is what co-op is all about. But unfortunately, you do not always have the luxury of communication. And such is the case when you get no communication teammates. Now you can identify this type of randoms when you see your teammate's name with bunch of boxes trying to say something to you, but the mic is not working. And this creates communicational difficulties. Like my partner is pinging at enemy team, but I don't know what to do. Like should I shoot first or should I hold? Like there is no way of knowing what my teammate is trying to communicate. Eventually, I gave in to the temptation and fired and whiffed my shots. And yeah, my teammate is disappointed in me, and we die. And we can only blame the lack of communication here. Like other day, I saw my other teammate doing something with a meathead, so I decided to help him by tossing a lantern. And you know, only the lack of communication is to blame. But don't stress over these things, because if you score a soulmate on a teammate roulette, communication doesn't matter. Because these are the teammates that you're spiritually destined to be together, and you don't even need to speak a single word to be on the same page. Like when you encounter a meathead camping a clue like a literal dickhead he is, your teammate is already distracting it so you can collect the clue. And when you're running behind your teammate, staring at the giant target on his back, you don't even feel the temptation to stab him, because he's a soulmate. And besides, if playing League of Legends taught us anything, you can just spam the crap out of the ping to communicate to each other. So now my teammates know that I really want him to take this Romero, and I accomplished that without saying a single word. And this is the story of how I became the superhuman, Elastic Man. With this newly acquired superpower, my partner and I traveled across the bio to restore peace in Louisiana, which has become a breeding ground of zombies and monsters alike. Like come on, this is Louisiana, not Florida. We had no mercy for bad guys. Combining our teamwork and my superpower of holding shotgun in one arm, no team could stand against that. But then when we were looting the dead bodies, my teammate got killed out of nowhere, and this brings me to the next slot in the roulette, the bait. Because his dead body is a bait that enemy team is using to make me stand still, like they're definitely camping from some random bush. But I can't just leave the teammate dead in here. So my recording didn't save, but I literally wrapped around the compound and checked every bush, making sure they aren't camping from anywhere. And in fact, I'm just walking around here like an easy target and they're not shooting at me. So surely it's safe to go for the revive, right? And of course they're still camping. But I can't just leave behind my teammates dead on the ground and do nothing. So when my teammate got killed out of nowhere again, I wasn't going to leave him behind, because I for once wants to be a good teammate. So I played this patiently that I outcamped the camper, who was definitely tunnel vision on my teammate's dead body. And now that I sent a message to my random teammate that I'm never going to leave him behind, when I got shot down in the open field, my teammate wasn't going to leave me either. And somehow he didn't get shot while reviving. And now we have run together to the extraction point where the bounty team is trying to extract. And using the power of teamwork, I have isolated and killed one opponent while my teammate drew all the fire. And this is when I noticed that the other bounty guy who hid behind the boat area extracted by himself. Now he just left while his teammate was fighting for his life. This guy is such a worse teammate. Unlike me, who is going to revive my teammate and win this game as a team. And this brings me to the last entry of this roulette, a hero. And it happens that my partner in this game was this kind. He died and sacrificed himself so I can extract with the bounty. So make sure to thank them for letting you win. Thank you for your selfless sacrifice.